And we are back again with episode 2 of the Kerbal Space program with me, your host, Readman. Upon initial inspection, this kind of looks like the same ship, but as we zoom out, you'll see that I've made some modifications. And if you have wondering what's going on, all you need to do is look at my first video, which I'd appreciate if you had a look at, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to do so. But as you'll currently see, it's somewhat of a similar setup to what I currently had, and although what I've done this time is I've exchanged those two orange ones for these two bigger fuel cells, fuel tanks, which are going to, although be heavier, there's more fuel, it'll last longer. And I also changed up a couple of the, what are they called? The decouplers, so that it's a little more stable, because I did a lot of this off camera so that it wouldn't be boring and long. And because the other thing is, what I found is if I make long videos, they take forever to upload. So, I mean, again, without further ado, we're going to see how this goes. This time it's just called the Lifter Omega. Okay, so we got that. We're going to save that. I'm going to go to the launch platform, and I'll get to some other changes just as it launches, as we get to the moment of truth here. I'm going to zoom out a bit and make sure my stability is turned on, and then we're just going to full throttle it, and away it goes. So hopefully this one goes a little better than the last one did, because it got a little jonky on me there. And like I said, the fuel's going to last much longer this time. And although it's heavier, it's still, these are really big, strong engines that it has, so it shouldn't have any trouble, at the very least, getting me into orbit. And I know that there's all kinds of like special maneuvers in real life that you'd have to go through to get into orbit, but in my experience, I've found the straight up as she goes is the easiest thing to do, just on account of I'm not an expert at this game, and I don't know all the maneuvers that you're supposed to take. But hopefully we don't have any serious issues. And again, so you'll see I have my command, this time around I have a command module, but I also have a science module. And the science module is going to let me do experiments, because why go into space if you can't do experiments? Kind of makes a lot of sense, I think, anyway. So again, we're rubbing up against the atmosphere quite a bit. Still got well over half the fuel that we need, continuously gaining surface speed. So far nothing to worry about, which is good to see, because I've definitely had my share of catastrophes in this game, for sure. So we can even take a look inside the cockpit, see how things are going. Just there's my guy's arm. Cockpit looks good. Surface speeds looks good. So here we are, we're getting out of the atmosphere. Still got about half of the fuel initially left, which will be good, because okay, so I'm officially in orbit, and maybe I can actually throttle a little bit back now. And if we look and hit the map, you'll see I'm gonna go up, but let's do that. Get rid of that. Yes, I do have fuel left, but this is about as maneuverable as a brick. So, for my part, I am going to detach now. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Although, maybe, you know what, I'll just get a bit more speed going. Just, you know what, if I have the fuel, I might as well use it, right? Because I don't want to end up messing up and falling back down. And okay, that should be fine. Anyway, I only got a little bit of fuel left there anyway. So now we're going to detach. And that's gonna float away. Slowly float away. So, okay, so there's the engine. Maybe I can at least maneuver a bit now. What I'm looking for is a blue dot, which will represent the way I need to go to achieve an orbit. Actually, I guess I can start the engine now. There's a little bit of distance from that. And that's what I want right there. That is gonna get me basically where I need to go. So, at least I hope it is. Because sometimes there's two dots. Seems to be crossing over, interestingly. But I think we'll just take a second here. So, got a solid orbit, it looks like. I'm just going to take its sweet time. Maybe if I increase the throttle a bit, that'll make that go quicker. Might need to split this into 2 videos. And maybe in the future I'll just skip the launch sequence. Not really. That kind of looks like Africa. So before things get too far along, like I said, this one does have a science component to it, so I can actually, while I'm orbit, I can do science experiments. And I had the foresight also this time to mount somewhere on there. Yeah, it's right there. There's a little transmitter. So it's slowly growing. I mean, even though I'm not 100% on course, it looks like it's doing what I want it to do, which is to create an orbit. So hopefully it takes not very much longer, and I can at least present an orbit. I'll show you guys how that works. It's weird that I'm pointing towards Earth, but yet I'm still... The orbit is okay. So you know what might be happening here? Just as I kind of suspected, and we're getting close to the point where I gotta shut this down, otherwise it'll take 100 hours to upload. As I was actually just pointing the wrong way this whole time, and now I'm spinning like a devil. Okay, stop. Stop. Yeah, so this is where I was supposed to be pointing. Alright, so let's do that. And again, you'll see that now the orbit should be going better. Oh, so apparently I ran out of fuel. Well, okay, so that's the end of this video for now, and I'll do another one maybe tomorrow with better results. So I hope people watch these and like these, and if they do, I'll make more, and even if they don't, I'll make more, because I got time now. Okay, cheers.